Hey folks. So what's on my mind today, this kind of came in as I was sitting in meditation this morning, and it's kind of kicked around ever since, and I've just been I guess, musing on it. What has come up for me and what I've been reflecting on is just the gratitude as a state of being, gratitude as an emotion, but more as a state of mind, as a state of it's basically a relationship to the world. And I think what came up for me this morning is I was sitting in meditation and I was thinking about, I've talked in the last couple of posts about how some really cool things are happening right now in my life. I've connected with some great people. I've started some students. I have some new piano students now, and great people to work with, and I have a little more income coming in than I have had before, and it's feeling good. It feels like a step. It feels like things are moving. And I was sitting in meditation this morning, kind of like mind surfing on those ideas, and just kind of like thinking about where they could go. And I noticed that my tendency was to reach for the next thing. That even though all this wonderful stuff has happened, it's like I'm just ready to move on, or my mind is just like looking for the next problem to solve, which is, I know this is the nature of the mind. It's just always new. It's always a new revelation to witness it again, that, the mind just needs problems to solve. If I say my problem is money and I win $1 million in the lottery, I promise that the next day the mind is going to say, okay, what's next? What's next? What's next? It's going to always have that next thing. And so I noticed that happening. I was sitting in meditation this morning and I noticed like my mind kind of leaning into these ideas and trying to extrapolate and trying to move. And I realized, first of all, I was like, well, I'm not really very present. I'm in the ideas. I'm not in the space anymore. My mind, I'm hooked into my most recent shiny things, right? And the other thing I noticed is that when I do that, I have no space for gratitude. There's no room in my mind to be grateful for what's here right now. And, I've talked about this in other posts. I'm convinced beyond a shadow of a doubt that literally everything that happens to us is happening for us. In some way, it's happening for us. It's like the structure, it's like the physics of the universe. Everything that's happening is happening for us, to show us something we need to see, or to be a problem that that it draws our attention to something, and then the surface problem is never the actual thing. There's always something behind or within or connected to what we feel is the problem. It's always an invitation. Every challenge, every event, everything is an invitation to go deeper, to evolve, to become more conscious in every moment. And if we truly know that and truly lean into that, then gratitude is the only thing we would ever feel, because every moment is a gift. Every single thing is a gift. And this was just kind of starkly illustrated to me when I realized my mind is just hooking into the next thing that it wants. And it's not even giving me time to really be grateful for what has just been received, and even what is being received right now. And so I think I'm putting this out there because it's a component of the journey that I know is super important. I mean, there's a book by Wallace Wattles called The Science of Getting Rich, in which he sort of breaks this down like a scientist. Like, these are the things to do in order to manifest what you want, what you desire. And prime among them, and right in the dead center, is gratitude. Maintaining a constant sense of connectedness to the universe. And I think the way he puts it is, I'm paraphrasing, but it's something like, it makes sense that a feeling of gratitude would draw us closer into connection with the source of all abundance, because we're directing our gaze into that space, into the moment, into that infinite where everything comes from. and experiencing gratitude. And so it makes sense if we do that, that force, that source would also come into closer proximity with us. So that's what gratitude is all about. It's about that feeling of like, right now is always enough. Right now is all we're ever going to have. The things that come along are beautiful and wonderful and magnificent and miraculous sometimes. And at the same time, the things are not the miracles. It's the space of infinite possibility that is the true miracle. It's the true unmanifest miracle that then manifests in these varieties of ways and kind of flows through. And I'm just saying that because I noticed myself this morning kind of getting pulled off, and it became clear that like, oh, this is a good lesson. Like, sit with this and be in that space of gratitude, in that relationship of being ready to receive and knowing that I am already receiving. You know, not being ready to receive and then being like, all right, where is it? Come on, I'm grateful. You know, it's more that, which is where I kind of was. It's more like truly ready and truly knowing that every moment is a gift. So it's just what came up for me today, and I wanted to put it out there. So thanks for listening, folks. I'm extremely grateful, as always, for you, the people who are watching these videos, and keeping up with these. It's truly amazing to have you as a kind of that presence out there that I'm talking to right now. So thanks so much. Love you all. Have a great day, and see you tomorrow.